speaking of festivals, Magic Ninja has their own little mini festival that they do. It's a show they do every year. Attack of the Ninjas. You may have heard of it. You may have not. But this year they had the Attack of the Ninjas show featuring every artist from Magic Ninja Entertainment and the Welcome to the Underground sub-label. And if you were in attendance at the show, you got a free copy of the Attack of the Ninjas, the album. And it has been uploaded to YouTube. And shout out to Robbie from the @twiztid Instagram page for hooking me up with a download link so I could finally get it. I do have a copy incoming, but the post office fucking sucks. And yeah, still waiting for my copy to come in. But yeah, I did get the download of it. I did get to listen to it. The one good thing of me having to record this podcast on 2 separate days, after all the technical difficulties and all the fuck ups, is I really get to dive into the Attack of the Ninjas album today. Monday, I'm recording this podcast. It's 10:30 at night right now. I should be in bed at this point. But anyway, I was on the road all day for fucking work and I listened to this album, I think 4 times today. I listened to it once yesterday and I gave a review for it yesterday after only 1 listen, but after hearing it 4 times, or 4 or 5 times now, I've really got to kind of digest it a little bit. I still got more digesting to do, but I got a good taste for it. And this album is fucking fire. This Attack of the Ninjas album is super dope, man. Last week we were saying it's kind of like a Year of the Sword Part 2. And in a sense it kind of is, just because it's a showcase of the record label, even though you got features on here from Bukshot and Crucifix, who are not, technically on Magic Ninja Entertainment, but, very closely affiliated. And, this album is a fucking banger, man. I love the Year of the Sword album, but this one might be better. It's really a good listen. It is up on YouTube. You could probably find a fucking link somewhere if you fucking ask somebody. I'm sure somebody got you on it. But definitely worth the listen. Some of the standout tracks on here. The very first track, Oh the Horror and Twiztid. The song is called Are You Scared? Is fire. I did listen to this one before I got a download for it, because once I saw that Oh the Horror and Twiztid were on a song together, I wanted to hear the direction that they took the song in. And if you have heard Oh the Horror's newest album, 1692, there's a lot more singing on it and that kind of stuff. And that's what this song is right here. And this song is fire. Great way to open this album, in my personal opinion. Such a dope fucking track from Oh the Horror. And I want to see those guys live. Want to see them. Next time, if they ever come to my area, I'm definitely going to peep them live, see what they're like live. But I like that track. Another standout track would be Horror, Bukshot featuring, I've done this. This is my fucking 3rd time recording the show, right? I think I said, or 4th time. I don't even remember at this point. But I always fucking mix up Bukshot and Boondox's name. Why the fuck do I do that? I do that every time. But it's Boondox featuring Bukshot, Jamie Madrox, and Mr. Gray. This song is fire. Love that track. Super dope. Another standout would be Space Between Us, brand new Zodiac imprint. boyz and r.o.c. have been teasing on social media for months that they are working on new Zodiac imprint, and this is the first taste we're getting right here. And this song is better than anything off that Ride the Stars EP. To me, that EP was kind of a disappointment, but this song right here is fire. Super dope. First time I listened to it, and the review that I gave it when I first recorded this podcast was, I don't know how I feel about the hook, because boyz is kind of like singing on the hook, but after hearing it 4 or 5 times, boyz fucking kills the hook on here. Super dope, in my opinion. I love this track. Another standout. And then probably my favorite song on this album is Boo Hoo, Lex the Hexmaster featuring Red, r.o.c, and Gibby Stites. This is the type of production we need Lex the Hexmaster on, man. That boom bap shit. I've been saying it. He sounds so good over this shit. You know, this dude from New York, he has that style. He needs that boom bap shit. And this track is fucking fire, man. Super dope. All around, this album is really good, not to be slept on. And I hope they make it available digitally. It doesn't make sense to only have this as a collector's item available on CD for the show. It could still be that, and it is that. But I'm hoping that they'll put it up digitally, because this should be heard and should be available just everywhere and readily, easily for everybody to access it, because this shit is fire, man. Super dope. One thing I took away from this, and I think he only had 2 features on this album, maybe 3, but it's Rapper Red. He only had a couple features on here, but his couple features that were on here, he fucking stole the show on the songs that he was on. This dude raps his ass off. Now, we covered his last couple singles on the podcast. Delayed Flights, which was his most recent one. More radio-friendly, mainstream sounding type stuff. Didn't really dig that kind of vibe. But the single before that, Detonate, was like some hardcore rap shit. And dude killed it. And he killed it on this album right here. This dude is super dope. So I know that he dropped Symphony of Sympathy, I believe it was called, last year. Yeah, Symphony of Sympathy last year. And I never listened to it. I never checked it out. I, to be honest, didn't really have any interest in checking it out. I did hear good reviews for it from some people saying this dude was super talented. So while I was on the road today, in between listening to this Attack of the Ninjas album and the new James Garcia project, which we'll talk about here in a minute, I checked out some of the Symphony of Sympathy from Red. Now, the music on here isn't necessarily my type of style, and not necessarily the Juggalo style of music. And maybe that's why this dude ain't getting over, but goddamn. Pretty much, I listened to half of Rapper Red's album, and I could damn near hear every song that I heard, like, every song that I listened to, I could hear on the fucking radio. Like, this dude has that mainstream sound, that appeal. Like, this dude sings, raps, all that shit. Like, I had no fucking idea until today. And this dude is super talented, man. And just, again, not my style necessarily, but I can acknowledge dude is super talented. He kills it on the Attack of the Ninjas album, fucking rapping his ass off. Super dope. And yeah, pretty much everybody brought it on this album, man. And fucking killed it, I'd say it's like Year of the Sword with a lot less twiztid. Monoxide's only on 3 tracks on here, including the Cabal remix at the end. Jamie Madrox is all over this shit on a bunch of these tracks as well. But, just super dope. Peep it. Try to get a download link. I don't have a link for you. I'm sorry. But, yeah. Peep the album because it's super dope. It is on YouTube, like I said. And hopefully, fingers crossed, they release that shit on Apple Music, Spotify, all that good shit, because I think it deserves it. The album is fucking just, it's good. I'm beating a dead horse here, but it's a fire fucking album, man. Super dope.